last week on Flight Room TV.
And we are live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what the fuck it is. The Flight Room TV.
So, like, what does this mean?
Exactly.
No,
What,
I think
and then there's
no. I think
no. You hold on. I was going to say, but and that brings it back to why was they trying to shit on the Cannon so
That's
hard?
what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying? No, I gotta say it first though.
I thought I was going to dig deep, like dissect the shit, but they started shit out with a fucking fallen angel, like all
that shit was.
They people say it's gonna be like a one global type of thing. Well, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up. Yeah, because
I know, like Maryland, and it's like some other schools that just opened up a little partnership with a company called like Open Doors, and that's supposed to be like a marketing agency that helps you market your likeness to other to outside. And
she had like, I ain't gonna get too deep into it.
you already fucked up because you hit that John. So
what?
That's what we live in now, man. Opinion turns into a debate, and then the debate turns into a new option for you.
Right.
That's what this shit is.
But I'm gonna say some real shit. You know why? Because media is created by man. Like truth is created by God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we actually look to spirit for truth, we actually gain more knowledge and understanding than looking through man who actually knows nothing.
All you can do is laugh to yourself, like, damn. Like you might have seen like a 11-11 like 6 or 7 straight times. You know what I'm saying? You just laugh to yourself, and it's like, what you laughing at? Man, you wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Just, God damn,
I got a topic about that in overtime, but
hey nigga, it's 11-11. I don't know if you see that.
Oh shit! Oh shit! And I swear to God, I ain't playing that. I swear to God, I ain't playing that. I swear to God.
what it do, baby? It's Remy Please of the Flight Room Podcast. This is episode 43, the big 4-3. I'm with my fellas, Lighthouse, PNHD, Keys, CMO.
What's up?
What it do?
Hey, it's episode 43, baby.
Right. Hey, so we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna switch it up right now. We're gonna throw a curveball on this. How many of y'all had your tarot reading?
I've never had a tarot reading.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Was you like spooked to do it or something? Like something?
yeah, I'm spooked. I'm scared.
Okay. Well, I got surprised throwing it. I'm throwing a monkey wrench in it. Today we have. This is crazy because this is our like first official guest. We have Sage joining us.
Ooh.
Who is a tarot reader? Sage, can I ask you like what are like some like the main reasons somebody will want their tarot read?
The main reason that people may get a tarot reading is for like they're just probably in this conflicted space where they may need some like confirmation or reaffirmation about something, because usually with tarot it's not always necessarily things that can predict the future, and I think that's one of the most common misconception about tarot, like how the movies predict, like they make it seem like it's extreme as, oh, you're going to get in a car accident next week or something that's like real hectic like that. But usually from my experience and from what I've observed from other people who got readings from other readers, it's typically usually things that you already know. It's just more so in a subconscious way, because the subconscious is like one of the most powerful things that humans utilize all the time without realizing it. We're usually guided by our subconscious, and that was something I really deeply realized in reading cards. And so people usually just need that confirmation of some things that they already know. It could have been something that they felt deeply. They may have not expressed it, but then the cards can kind of like confirm that. And it could be like, wow, like I have been thinking about doing that. You're right, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
That's
All right. So hearing that, P, do you have anything you want to?
Mine kind of, I think she touched on it a little bit when she was talking about, being able to predict the future and everything. I'm more about like lineage with like the stars and whatnot. Like one of my questions would have been like, how are like we synchronized like through the stars? I'm talking about like, say for instance, would you be able to tell us, everybody that's in this room, like how we're in sync with each other? You know what I mean? Like could have been like something from past lives. Like how am I lined up with these gentlemen? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you mean. In terms of like the stars and stuff, it could be some type of, astrologically speaking, it could be some aspects in all of you all's birth charts and things that could cause for y'all to like interact with each other and get along in this way and develop a platform like this cohesively. So it could be something like that. It's an element in astrology where it's called like synastry, and that basically explains like how each person's birth chart and the elements in it and the signs and the placement and all of that, how that interacts with another person's and everything like that. Because astrology is like deeper than like the sun sign and stuff. It can really get into like the birth chart and all of that, and that's when the rabbit hole kind of begins.
Right.
All right.
Like energies and stuff.
All right. So, can we, P, ask something like specific? Like I'm throwing you out there like this. This is my
Come on, P.
this is my experiment.
Like of course, like I feel like everybody wants to know like what the future holds. Like what would you be able to tell me what my next like 3 years will be like?
I could pull cards about it, but
Yeah.
Since that's so far in the future, I would suggest probably for you to, write down the things that I say and just kind of like observe through life and see how it aligns with the messages in the reading. Because I had someone a few years ago, they purchased like a year ahead reading. And when I checked in with them to see how things panned out since the reading, they were saying how things have lined up. I haven't had anybody specifically ask for a reading for 3 years in advance. So 1 year ahead is like the most that someone has asked.
I mean, yeah, I'll take like a month. I don't even need it. Ain't even gotta be a year. I like you know what I mean? Like it ain't.
He was jumping out there. He was jumping out there.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how far you go.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like I said, I definitely, even if it's like a month, I would still like write it down just so you can observe and through and see how it matches up and how things pan out, and it can help guide you, especially if you start to see things match up, especially if it's something that you need to like be mindful of. You can be like, oh, okay, she did mention that in the reading, so I know to move this way or however. So
would you be able
you can
to
do that if you want?
Yeah, would you be able to like say for instance like contact archangel that I have and like be able to like read a message from them?
Bro, just
you asked so many questions.
Yeah.
I don't do those type of readings. There is some readers who do that. They may have the archangel cards, but I don't do those type of readings. I just do tarot cards, and I have like some oracle decks and astrology decks and stuff.
Yeah, can we pull some? Yeah, can we pull some cards on him?
Yeah.
So you just want to know, you said about a month ahead? Is that what you said?
Yeah, let's do a month.
What kind of reading?
What's your specialty? What's your specialty? Like, what are you most comfortable with?
Well, people typically just ask maybe a specific question, or they may want a general guidance reading. I've had relationship readings.
Like
so
if there's something
on your question and how you frame it, right?
General guide is fine. Yeah. So
Okay.
whatever information you need from me.
Or you're not hung up on something right now, P. You just need, some reassurance.
I mean, if he is, he doesn't have to tell me. He can just have it on the line and the cards.
Let us know.
with what he's feeling, he'll definitely know, because that's the main thing.
Okay.
Usually when getting a reading or watching a reading, when the reader says something, whatever is the first thing, especially if it resonates, whatever the first thing that comes to your mind towards whatever is resonating, that's what the message is about. And that's usually how tarot can kind of intimidate people, because if it's something you don't want to hear, tarot's gonna bring it up.
Right.
So you scared now?
Nah.
You want to know if
I was
you
just
get
saying.
in the next year.
Are you on the right path, P? That might be a good
Right,
question.
right.
There we
There you
go.
Yeah. Am I on the right path? I mean, I kind of feel like I get confirmation from numbers and stuff. You know, I'm familiar with, triple.
Bro, it's not about you. It's about these cards. Let's
Well, yeah. Let's go to the cards. Let's go to the cards. Am I on the right path?
Are you on the right path?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull some cards. I do like to I have my little vibe where I play music and stuff. So I'm gonna just mute my mic real quick so I can
Okay.
That's
my
cool.
phone, and I'll be right back with you.
All right, cool.
That's dope.
Yeah. I think this is for definitely like direct stuff. Like if you put like a thought, because like your thought is like waves, and then like if the that stuff picks up on the wave. So
man.
You can't just be like you can't be too broad of a thing. It gotta be something very specific. Yeah.
But I don't even want it to be material. Like, oh, am I going to get $1 billion? Because then
No.
Yeah. And it's still, even with that, I feel like God be upset when people do shit like that.
But at the same thing, you're on the right path. So like, I think it has to be even more specific than that. You know what I'm saying? Am I on the right path with
like doing this?
You know what I mean?
Am I on the right? Am I on the right career path? Am I on the right relationship path?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Am I in the right circles?
Am I thinking about this the right way?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But we'll see. You could get that all black card. I don't know. I'm making shit up.
The website is
fucking black.
TheSageSeries.com. It's at the bottom here. So if any of y'all interested, go visit www.thesageseries.com.
Yeah.
I think I got her website right here.
Get your reading. Get your reading.
That's dope.
Get your reading.
Don't be scared. I'm scared, but don't be scared.
No, I'm not scared. I'm always curious about that. Like, I was trying to go like deep, like I said, connecting stars.
Yeah, you talking about archangels and shit like that, man.
I'm talking about.
My man trying to blast off.
I was about to go deep. Like, were we kings before and did the same shit back then, and then like just reconnected all through these generations? Like, how does it work? Like, I was trying.
My man went straight to Morpheus.
Boy.
What phase of the Matrix am I in? Did I pass?
Oh man.
Don't be scared.
But I like those astrologists and all that.
So ain't nobody ever done this before? Nobody?
Never.
Nah. I never did it.
I had a tarot reading one time in Philly, but it wasn't like.
I thought about it, but I didn't decide.
Yeah, I thought about it, but never did it.
I do have a story about it though. I'll save it for later.
Yeah.
Tell it now.
I'm scared to do it.
Nah, because I don't want to interrupt. It's kind of a lengthy story.
Lengthy. Pause.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Get out here, man.
I had to say it. That's all right.
But you can't think of anything specific, P?
Man,
or maybe like past like regrets that like should have done this instead of that.
I'll be thinking about like opportunities and stuff. Maybe some opportunities I should have capitalized on.
Right. Like a follow up on somebody or a business venture. Or,
yeah. I'm definitely not asking about no relationship stuff.
He said, "This is live."
He'll probably have all the cards. Like, oh man, hold on.
All the cards.
All these cards are black.
I don't even want to talk about that.
We have a plethora of your cards.
Shit, all my exes be in the comments. Yep, I told him. I told that.
She gotta go get a whole nother duck.
Hey, I'm gonna come back down. That's what she gonna say. I'll be back next week.
I'll be back next week. Y'all stupid, dog.
You gotta see it, but about the overall direction of the podcast too. That'd be a good question.
Yeah. That'll be our last question. Yeah. If we get it that long.
Let the listeners, let the watchers see it. You know what I'm saying? They be a part of it too. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
And then they can see if we manifest, you know what I'm saying, from this moment going forward.
And that's interesting because this is our first guest, so that's an interesting question.
So this is that's one right here.
And just watching like the past episodes and stuff, I feel like we're starting to come into our like craft, our niche.
Yeah.
But if you're just logging on, we have Sage.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I pulled 6 cards for you.
Ooh.
And I pulled like an oracle message from one of my oracle decks as well. So what I'm picking up, I'm definitely picking up the energy of you. You know what you asked about question if you're on the path. I feel like that's something that's probably really a burning question with you. I feel like I'm picking up energy of like being overwhelmed, maybe overthinking about a lot of stuff, and it could be about the different changes that are taking place right now. Maybe the different types of possibilities of different things that could possibly happen, the different doors that are possibly opening up, or even just imagining about all the different possibilities of these doors opening up. And I feel like that's causing some type of stress. You could be overcoming that, but I'm still, because of the other cards, I'm still picking up some type of like stressful energy. It's a lot of sword cards in the spread. So I'm going to tell you the cards. The first card is the 10 of Swords reversed. The next card is the 5 of Swords reversed. Then you have the 9 of Swords reversed. The World card reversed. The Wheel of Fortune card. 5 of Pentacles. And some of the like as what I consider is like the hidden energy at the bottom of the deck. You have the 5 of Wands. So I'm picking up that there's like a lot of changes happening, but I'm getting that there's some like mental hangups and some difficulties surrounding these changes that could be taking place or trying to take place for you. And that could be causing a lot of mental conflicts, maybe even disagreements with other people, having conflicts within yourself. And it could be something that I feel like it could be causing anxiety. I'm not sure if there's some type of like financial concerns that could be happening. Maybe you're awaiting some type of financial change for things to shift in terms of that. But I feel like overall, because of the Wheel of Fortune and the World card in the reading, even with the World card being reversed, I feel like you're on the path of things changing. It's just I feel like it's more of a need to trust in the changes that are happening and release some of the mental blockages and that could kind of like keep.
No, that makes sense what you're saying, because I do feel cluttered, and it's not even because like it's not a financial burden. It's just more of like opportunity I feel like that's coming up, or what I should do like next. Because like understand, like I'm not like trying to live out the rest of my life here. I'm in Denver. Like I moved here from Georgia like beginning of the pandemic and everything. So I already understand after this it's going to be different things. Like it's not going to be like this forever. And like I guess you talking about the world shift and the reverse cards. I think that's pretty much me trying to figure out my next venture or path, or because I'm thinking about relocating and things like that. So maybe
that definitely makes a lot of sense. That definitely makes a lot of sense with this 10 of Swords reverse over the World card reverse. And what you just saying, how you're still considering that explains the World card being reversed. You're still considering, not necessarily stepping into that door yet of the possibilities. You're still trying to like think things through. And I'm picking up this more of like an overthinking kind of energy, and it could have manifested into some type of anxiety that could kind of like could potentially cause it to make it difficult for you to sleep at night, because the imagery on the 9 of Swords card is someone who's like sitting up in the bed, like looking really stressed out. And the swords card, swords energy is like mental. That's associated with air air sign energy. So that's like
What sign are you, P?
I'm an Aries.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire. Okay, we have
Mhm.
the wands card here, and the wands is fire, and that's the energy of the bottom of the deck as like the unseen energy that I consider. And the five of wands came up, and that speaks to, it can be like a lot of disagreements. So when I was saying how all of this stress that I'm picking up, I feel like it could be leading to you, maybe even if you're not arguing, it could probably, you probably could be feeling that way just because there's so much on your plate mentally, all of these different changes or changes that you're considering, and you're not necessarily sure how to go about making these changes. And I feel like with the five of pentacles in the reading, I feel like that could speak to kind of like you being in this space of difficulty, but you're still moving through it. And I feel like that's a message from spirit, especially with that being the last card out. And the imagery in the cards is like, it's showing them walking like in the card, walking in like the snow, like basically showing how they're, you know, cold and suffering or whatever, but they're still moving through. And that's the last card in the reading. So ultimately they're walking towards like, you know, the unknown, walking towards the unseen, and having faith in it, even though things are difficult right now.
Oh yeah, even you just saying walking through the snow. I'm literally in Denver, Colorado. Like right now, I'm already, I'm thinking about the move towards springtime. I'm talking about that. Like that's, it's synchronized. Like I definitely feel where you're coming from.
Okay. Hey, so Sage, before we let you go, is there anything you can say as far as like the direction of this podcast, like not the people in the podcast, but the podcast itself? Like, is it like one thing you can say, or one thing you
pull the cards,
pick up on?
Yeah. Okay. All right. 1 second.
And you're great at this. You should, like, I don't know, maybe do like a live show like this.
Yeah, very accurate. Very accurate.
Thank you. Oh, like, I was about to tell you too, the Oracle card that came out for you, and the deck I'm using, it's really vulgar. It's like straight to the point, so I really love it. It says, "Fuck, shit is about to get real. Fuck, you really need your people around you." So that's kind of like adds on to what I was speaking on with like the feeling overwhelmed. Maybe it could be a message for you to kind of like find like sanctuary and people around you, exactly, and having that support through these changes, having people reaffirm you in your decisions. Like if you feel like you really want to move but you could be hesitant because it's out of your comfort zone or whatever the case may be, have some people around you to encourage you, like, you can do this, bro, you got this, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm here for you, Pete.
Oh yeah, I know. Nah, you know what I think she's speaking to for real? It's crazy. Like I've been having these dreams, like entourage type shit. I feel like something's gonna happen, like entertainment wise. Like I'm gonna need a team. Like, you know what I mean? Like my people I actually trust. Management type shit. Booking shit. We travel. We enjoy these events and stuff together. Stuff like that. That's why I kind of like think it's starting to build towards.
I'm ready. Anytime somebody say travel, I'm ready.
USA drinking.
Let's go.
Man.
Yeah, so yeah.
This shit dope.
I just want to hear one thing about the podcast, and then you being our first official guest.
I appreciate y'all for having me as the first guest.
We appreciate you.
This show is like less than a year in the making. I think we made big strides, especially. I mean, the pandemic made us do it. So
yeah.
I
just want to know we.
Early.
Okay. So I'm pulling some. I'm about to shuffling the cards now to see. Just 1 second. I'm about to beat my mic again.
Yeah, bro. Yo, see, you wild.
Right.
I'll be chilling.
That was good. Because for real, like a lot of people probably, a lot of people want to feel comfortable even just having that level of vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually good that you can put yourself out there, because you probably gave some people confidence to do it that probably wouldn't have did it before.
Right.
So just
because I think that's like. Yeah, that's like the misconception about this. Like it is. It's like too much fate that they think they're getting revealed to.
It's more about affirmation. You know what I mean? It's what I'm saying. It's about like confirming.
It's almost like facing yourself. You know how like kind of like therapy be too. It's
Yeah.
just like that type. You have to like.
But you just got, you got to read yourself within the cards, I think. Yeah.
And know what the question.
Yeah.
But no, I bet you we could probably go deep. If we had like an overtime session with her, I bet you we'd be going deep. We probably really be blasting off, talking crystals, all that shit. I'm talking about. She would fuck with us. I know she would.
We be in here till
free, just up, reading books. Like, hold on, one more, Sage. I just got one more.
Just
one
up.
more, but let you go.
Uno más.
Okay, so I pulled a card.
All right.
So the card that came out is the Seven of Pentacles reversed, and the Seven of Pentacles, that's the Earth element, and so the Seven of Pentacles is about
Seven.
It's about like working, actively working towards something, continuing to build on these skills and everything like that, and possibly as well, checking in the return of that investment. And I think with it being in reverse, it could speak on things may not go the way it's planned in the beginning. You may end up not getting that return on the investment in the beginning, whether it's like the financial success or the recognitions and all of that. But I feel like in due time, as the podcast progresses, then you will begin to see the fruits of your labor, even if it's not packaged in the way it's expected or even done in the timely way that it's expected. But definitely keep going at it and keep growing at it, and just keep monitoring how things go. Maybe monitoring what you could be doing too much of. Where are you putting too much investment on one thing where it's not getting the output that you desire and all of that. And I think everything will be fine at that point.
Yeah, and you said 7 too. Like normally it's 7 of us, so wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's what's up. But yeah, thank you, Sage. Like you did your thing.
Absolutely.
People that see this, this is our website. What is it? SageSeries.com.
Yep, Sage Series, yeah.
SageSeries.com. She's also on Instagram. Yeah, and you also sell like products on. You also sell products on here too, right? Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
Thank you
so much. Yeah.
At first, but y'all are really cool, so it made it more welcoming and everything. So I appreciate that.
You should think about like doing this stuff, like a live format. That should be lit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought about doing like a podcast. I've done like Instagram live readings and stuff, but I haven't done anything on like this level. But this was really dope.
Cool. I appreciate. Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right,
thank you so
y'all.
much.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they about to be reaching out to her.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Ladies, go ahead, hit her up. We know y'all want that relationship advice.
We might have to do the horoscopes every week.
Yep, go ahead, do it.
Hey, checking up on you.
Right. They be like, is my man a fucking dog or like yeah.
He Aries.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, girl.
But the story I had though, right?
What's up?
It wasn't like I don't think she was a tarot reader. She was like a psychic, and she had like one of them nice ass like upstairs apartments in downtown Annapolis, and she did like psychic readings. It was like an old like gypsy looking lady.
Oh shit!
And I was in like
they out here too though.
Hold on, look. I was in like the restoration business, right? So normally like a project would take like 3 days to like dry somebody's house out. So we came in one day and it wasn't ready, and she was like, well, she was cussing us out like, well, why isn't it ready? I need this done. I need to get back to business. And I looked at her dead in her face, like, well, if you're a psychic, why you ain't see this shit coming? And she said, get the fuck out.
You stupid, dog.
I will piss me off too, though.
Yeah.
That would be the story.
Yeah.
That would be the story that we got in this.
She's like, get the fuck out.
I thought you was about to tell me about somebody.
Right.
That would be the story that we got.
I can't hold my tongue sometimes,
Get
bro.
your dumb ass out of here.
I can't hold my tongue. But yeah. So yeah, females want females want advice. And I feel like for the most, like there's not many male tarot readers. Like we was talking about like females have more intuition than us and shit like that.
That makes sense though. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen like a male tarot or psychic. You know what I'm saying?
I see like mediums. like mediums and stuff like that, or clairvoyants and like psychics and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or
But I
people,
think it's still rare though.
yeah. I mean, yeah, for the most, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think yeah. But we on the female topic. Let's talk. I don't know. Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Valentine's Day just passed. What are y'all thoughts on Valentine's Day as a whole? Personally, what are
What
y'all
you
thoughts
mean?
on Valentine's?
What we did or what?
Just as a whole, like as a
Valentine's
whole,
Day
yeah.
I always hate when this day is approaching.
Keep
it's
it real,
like,
yeah.
even back in the day, man. Like I used to hate when this day was approaching because it's just like
Your young bachelors.
I mean, yeah, if you a player, you expose that day, you done. Like I don't know. Now it just seems like pressure to perform, especially some of the shit I seen this year. Like I'm just like, oh, niggas is showing out. But I mean, I feel like if the female deserves that, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, then yes, the accolades definitely, they're granted. But some females feel like they deserve shit, and they don't even be what they think they are. So I think that'd be my complex sometimes. But I'm not saying I'm
But
affiliated.
I think every holiday when you like gifting shit is just a pressure.
It's just another way to exploit people for money using like their emotions against their own selves.
Right. It's like
what the
goddamn.
fuck? Like let you not get something for Valentine's Day. That
But
might be your ass.
Like,
even though even though it feel good, like gifting somebody stuff, like I feel like I'm a great gift giver.
You got good taste, you pick good shit.
Yeah, it's just like the social pressure of the holiday itself. Like we gotta really dial that shit back because
I don't feel no pressure on it. But I do. I know what y'all saying. I think it's a lot of stupid ass shit. A lot of stupid ass shit. Like I've always liked Valentine's Day. Like when you were a little kid, whatever. It was cool being in elementary school. Give me your crush a card, a Valentine's card or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the pressure because like some people don't get all the looks. They don't get all the good candy. They don't get all the secret notes and shit. So yes, it's a pressure, man. It's a social pressure.
Isn't it weird that they do that shit in school though? Like they do that shit in school, and guess what? Everybody got to get something, right? But
some get a little more. Some get a little more.
But I'm saying though, it's already instilling that they gotta get something. They're already instilling in the kids that they gotta get something for Valentine's Day.
Right.
You can never not get nothing for Valentine's Day because I've been getting that since pre-K, cuz.
Right. But you know what blows me though? What blows me is these Bammers that be out here, they'll videotape their Valentine's shit and you'll see like they'll do like a heart made out of $100 bills and all this extra shit. It's like, really, dog? If maybe you have it, maybe you don't, but it's like, come on, dog. That's just extra. You just putting like why we gotta do this? And they're not only doing that for like Valentine's Day, they're doing that for like Christmas and all this other shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm not lacking, but it's like why are we just doing all this cash shit? You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking, that's whack. It's like there's no thought into the gift. You're just this is it. We're just a get money nigga out this joint. So we just gonna make a heart out of $100 bills and all this other shit. It's like fucking.
I'm saying it feels good. It feels good doing it. It feels good receiving it. It feels good coming through. But like when you take a step back and be like, God damn, that was all for what? I mean,
but you also can't lose sight that it's actually it's an American tradition though. It's
tradition. Yeah.
I mean, it's tradition. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people follow traditions. And celebrating
the
pagan holiday.
The holiday is a tradition, but doing that extra, going like
that's tradition too. All of that shit is tradition.
It's a heart made out of a lot of it. Big ass heart out of $100 bills, and you got $100 bills coming out. It's like
would you say, Marcus? Would you say, Morgan?
No, I mean, I agree with both of y'all because I think that it is tradition. That's part of what like makes people participate in it every year. But I also do agree with Corey the over the topness. It's like if there was no cameras around, for people to see, would you have gone this hard for your partner?
Right.
Or you just do it so you can be like, look what I did for my man. or look what I did for my girl. Like I'm a better boyfriend than all these niggas out here. I know you bitches want to be my side bitches now. You know what I'm saying? Basically all niggas. You know,
and that shit going on the rent next
like
week. Nigga, so why?
Niggas gonna hop in my
so why is it $100 bills of hearts?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit I be talking about. Niggas just do that shit for show, man. And it, you know, a lot of these like social media couples, like that shit kind of creates a lot of superficialness within the relationship itself, because you don't even know if your partner really serving you or if they serving their followers. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to tell the difference because you actually benefiting off them trying to impress their followers. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I felt too this year. I felt like it was just a show, and it was pretty much, you know, like who could top who, but still that in these females like, oh, this nigga ain't doing it like this, I can't have that. Like it's almost like, oh, if it ain't top tier, it ain't getting posted. Like I need my shit. I mean, that's what I meant by
that's
like.
What I'm saying. Yeah,
they deserve some shit. Some don't even deserve half the shit.
But roses and chocolate don't do it no more. I don't understand that shit.
No, it do. I mean, I think it's all about the thought. Yeah, because of the gram. But I think if you actually put thought and not like actually material things, have stuff that, you know, to back it up with thought and feelings and all that stuff like that, you know, you capturing moments and shit like that. Yeah, or you put a lot of time in your gift and shit. Yeah, that's important. But people, you know, they rather, you know, take pictures and shit and put it online. So yeah. But I just that social pressure is a motherfucker, bro.
The social pressure, you want to want somebody.
When I went out to eat with my wife, they had like a little sushi platter that was like made into a heart, and the waiter was like, "Yeah, man,
don't you want this? Yeah, yeah. Don't you want this?"
That's what the waiter told me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the nigga that used to be outside the club with the roses and shit, trying to sell you the roses so you can like close the deal. Don't nobody buy that shit, man. Get out of here.
Nobody. And even if the chicks take it, they throwing that shit out when they get to the car.
They said, "Nigga, I already got this, Joe. What you talking about?"
Yeah.
They can't bring that shit home.
Ain't no roses.
But I'm not bashing.
Fuck it up for me.
I'm not bashing the thought itself, the gift, the love in between the shit. I'm not bashing. I'm bashing the social pressure on a yearly basis, particularly Christmas and particularly Valentine's Day. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, you did feel that same way about Christmas.
You spoke on that.
Like each and every Christmas, I do not fuck with that junk. Just seeing the lines, how people cut, you know, Black Friday.
You gotta start planning, boy. You gotta get this early.
Nah, Black Friday dangerous.
At the same time, I love watching Black Friday YouTube videos when people get like trampled and shit. I love watching that shit. that shit look like the Hunger Games and shit. They be fucking They be fucking pushing old ladies over for like a fucking like for an air fryer, bro. They be beating the shit out of people for an air fryer, an $89 air fryer, beating the shit out of somebody. Old ass lady,
This shit coming home with me.
Like that shit is on sale because like that shit has to leave the floor to make room for the next series of fucking TVs. Like it's not a steal. It's because it has to leave the floor. It has to leave the floor.
Because it's obsolete.
Yeah.
Look at these niggas buying some shit that's already like 10 years old.
It's called plant. What's that shit called? Planned obsolescence or whatever. I'm fucking the word up, but yeah, that's what the shit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so we on the female topic. We got another female topic here. How do y'all feel about females with male best friends?
What you mean? You mean your significant other?
Yeah.
With a man? No, we're not going to do that. No.
I knew you was gonna say that. Hold on, but before you go into it, I'm not going to it, Corey. Go
ahead, Timo.
Yeah. It's nothing even to go into. That's what it is what it is. Nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
You're such a conservative.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. I'm a liberal. I'm a liberal conservative, but I maybe lean more on the conservative side, but whatever, with certain issues anyway. But nah, we're not doing that bullshit. I don't even know why. People thought that was an option. It's like, come on now. That don't even make no sense.
You never had a female you was close with, a friend.
So the question is, all right, so if your girl had a male best friend, so like, would they be talking about that you and your wife can't talk about?
Exacto.
I'm gonna have to go with them on this one.
Exacto. The fuck
I mean,
out.
like if
What kind of conversation can he offer your wife that you can?
That's for y'all single niggas. That's for y'all single niggas, P.
Hey, hold on,
No, hold on. That's for y'all single niggas.
Nah, hold on, all right. So like, I've had like close female friends, and at a certain point, like when there's a man in her life, yeah, you gotta fall back. You can't be like a, you know what I mean? You got to take the,
get your bitch ass back. Yeah.
As a man, you don't want to even cause no static, because as a man, you know what that should look like. So yeah, you got to take a step back. But at the same time,
everybody don't realize that though.
Yeah, you true, because there's some snake ass niggas out there that try to use that friendship avenue to get in some cheeks.
Of course.
Or there's some snake ass females that to label somebody as a best friend to get their cheeks clapped. So
exactly. Same thing. A lot of times niggas will wait around and play the best friend roles for years, just waiting for you to slip up.
For that one avenue. Yeah.
Don't be ever think like the nigga that's your girl best friend, like you be naive to think that nigga never thought about smashing before. Like you would have to be a retarded ass to think that never crossed his mind. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta be worried.
You're right, because it's like this.
So come on,
that nigga's getting the same information a chick will get, pretty much.
Right.
So he already, you know how to play them angles, I'm sure.
Right.
So, I disagree too. I could never have that. Like I said, maybe if he.
But P, you ain't never had a female friend that was real close?
Yeah, I have though, but that's what I mean. That the messages get mixed in translation. That's why I said that shit can't work.
Yeah, nah, it's too.
Anyway, then if it's a best friend.
When I was younger, I had a female best friend, but now I'm older, I wouldn't do that shit. Like I don't know, I feel like that shit is kind of stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. When I was younger, I did, but I'm older. I wouldn't have a female best friend. Like,
yeah,
but what?
That's like you said.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, now it's just about respect.
If my girl got
like it's stupid.
Yeah, and it's just respect for my counterpart too. I don't even want all that stress and extra shit.
All that,
you
it just causes confusion.
You know, and the people that actually want that shit, that's just kind of some people's way of like having their cake and ice cream. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's my best friend. Like that, you're just using that as a scapegoat to talk to another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like you just want to be.
That should be exactly.
That motherfucker better be gay as a motherfucker.
But that's what I'm saying. Even if he gay though,
some dudes
even if he gay,
to talk to is not.
No, I need some women don't pink and everything.
Right.
Corey say he gotta be gay. He can't just be gay. He gotta be gay.
I need to see the boyfriend. I need to see the boyfriend. Even if my wife ain't having no male best friends, dog, that nigga better need to be.
Regardless,
look, my wife is off limits, bruh.
If she got a gay friend, he's still gonna know the information. So it's not like he can't sway her opinion or no shit like that. Just like any other. It's all bad for business, dog. You don't want it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey Brown, AB.
What's happening?
What's up, Al?
Hey, Al.
What's happening?
How would you feel if your significant other had a male best friend? Would that fly for you? Would that not? Like, how you feel about that whole idea, just in relationships?
That nigga better be gay, right?
Even if you gay, it's too much business being told, man. You ain't gonna. It don't matter.
Nah, I think truthfully, you probably got to understand the dynamic of the relationship, and that's probably not only with like a male best friend. I think that's even with female best friends,
right? Because she could be a straight slore, and then that's the same. Yeah.
So I think you gotta be like, because even like hypothetically speaking, if you have a male best friend, that doesn't necessarily mean like you still gonna tell him all the dirt, or y'all had some like type of encounter or what have you. But at the same token, like you understand from a male, you understand like some males' perspectives and some males' intentions behind different relationships. But at the same time, if you are, if that relationship has been established, like hypothetically speaking, let's just say if that relationship started in middle school and then all of a sudden I meet the girl post college or post high school, but she already done built up 10 years of friendship with a male that could have been like the guy next door, you know what I'm saying, that they grown up and did all types of everything together with, like,
wait a minute, hold on,
not sexual, of course not sexual,
but like always trust the guy next door, nigga. Like,
don't say everything,
right? But not necessarily, but like, you know what I'm saying, lived and had some experiences together. Of course, not sexual, platonic experience together. Whereas though they grown and had experiences, and then all of a sudden, like a new male comes in or a new person comes in post college, you can't expect that relationship to just drop off. I understand that now. I might be. I mean, of course, if we're married or even if we're in a serious relationship, I might now be the best friend. But truthfully, there still is a great connection between that previous friendship. So I don't necessarily. I mean, it all depends. I don't want to rule it out.
That nigga dead. You gotta forget about that.
Because I mean that's the same. I mean, I would think that's the same thing as if a male had a really close, and I'm just saying, a really close female friend that, you know what I'm saying, like he was able to bounce things off and get a female's perspective. Like, I mean, we as males, we know we need the male's perspective, but at the same time, sometimes we need a female's perspective on how we're supposed to interact and how we're supposed to go about life. So if we were to have that, like, I don't know. I wouldn't.
That's a good topic right there.
When I became a man, I put
I
away
see what
childish.
you're saying. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you, because I'm just getting saying from my point of view, like I think that, like, even when we're talking about like just like best friends and shit, like sometimes people will keep somebody around because they ain't ready to settle down with them. They just want to have their fun, and then when it's like, you know, oh, now I'm ready to settle down. But best friend from, you know, grade school, he's always been around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't fuck with that shit, dog. Like, even as me as a man, I don't think I even need to have a female best friend, because I can always confide in my wife. If my wife can't, I can go to my mother. I can go to a female cousin. I can go to an aunt. But I don't have to mess with another young woman that's in my age group going to advice when I have a whole wife right here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like she's not taking place of those people. She's just like another, you know, she's another
in addition
person. Yeah.
And the same thing I'm saying is, and while I understand that you definitely have your wife and you have your mother and different things, but I'm strictly talking about like having the opportunity to bounce and get the idea and get the perspective, the true perspective from somebody who isn't directly in the situation. The same way, like we seek out our friends, or you can seek out your friends for advice. That's not directly in the situation, because sometimes it takes removing yourself from the situation to truly understand the situation or understand how a person can perceive both sides of the equation. So you're able to bounce that equation. You're able to bounce those perspectives off of the opposite sex, and it's not necessarily. And that's why I'm saying, like, best friend, because that's a different title.
That's a different title.
You know what I'm saying? That's a different title right there. But the thing about that is, though, and the one thing, it's tough to say best friend, because even though you say best friend, you're talking about like the one you confide in, the one you do all those type of things is. But at the same token, you still do need like a true confidant, and that confidant should be like one. Ideally, it would be like one person, being as though it's somebody you can bounce on outside of your relationship. I mean, maybe outside of your relationship. Of course, you have your relationship, but
yeah.
So, all right.
Limitations. Though I am saying limitations.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. And I'm not. This is not you. This is just a general question for everybody. So your girl, like, say you're open-minded to the perspective. Every time she talks to that nigga to confide in him, this shit she have to tell you?
No.
What? Not confide. Yeah, like it's no. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be no confiding. Nah. Because like if you're talking about me, then that's my business. If you talk about me to another motherfucker, that's my business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, what should I do?
Early.
Whatever, she might be going through something, and she feel like she can't talk to you about it, and you like,
Oh,
yeah, I guess it's not my.
No. We can talk about everything.
John, he knows that shit better than me.
No.
Maybe he can get better.
I'm talking about like how you doing? How's work?
Right.
What are you working on like today? It's nothing, nothing I can't cover.
Nothing that nigga can use as ammunition. Fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know how his day was?
You looking up to the stars, Al? What's up?
I'm trying to figure it out because, like, I mean, it's like I said, it's always limitations, it's always rules. Because, like, even if I were to say I was talking to my best friend's wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, we're leaving out when we're having a conversation, we leave out some details. But the reason I'm leaving out some details is because she knows me and she knows my partner. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she's able to provide some type of perspective, some type of perspective, some type of understanding. Whereas though she knows how I am. Of course, she doesn't. I mean, she knows how I am, and then she also knows how my old lady is. So it's limitations. Of course, these conversations aren't like, oh well, the sex game, or you know what I'm saying, like the ins and outs of the bedroom or anything of that sort. But it's like, man, she keeps pushing me about like not fucking washing the dishes and putting my fucking clothes up. And you know what I'm saying, I'm coming home from a 12-hour shift, and you know what I'm saying, like I understand that I'm supposed to be talking to her about the shit, but I just don't understand why the fuck why she's nagging me about these situations when, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming home, I'm providing, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, and then all of a sudden, like if I have the conversation with my significant other, you know what I'm saying, the conversation escalates because my feelings get hurt or her feelings get hurt because I'm asking her to clean up or I'm asking her to do some extra stuff, and she's telling me about my stuff. So in this situation, I go and I talk to an outside source, and the outside source is either a therapist or the outside source could be my best friend's wife. And
but at the same time, it's that issue. So obviously there's an issue and there's a conflict. There should be no other two people that should be involved in that other than me and the other person,
right?
Which will be
I don't feel like no shit out.
You just muddy the waters when you do that.
I agree, and I agree, and I think another thing with these like relationships and shit is like, how do you know that your female best friend ain't plotting on you? You know what I'm saying? She waiting for your girl to slip up. You know what I'm saying? And she hearing the shit that you say, I wish she was like this, and I wish she wasn't like that, and now she's sitting there knowing exactly the shit that you want, knowing the shit that she need to do that your girl don't do, and you sitting there just thinking like, nigga, but a lot of people be having ulterior motives out this joint.
That's
like,
why I say,
you think that's your homie?
Yeah,
he probably really do love you, but she probably deep down inside might be like, I can't wait for his girl to fuck up.
All right. So
that's true. That's true.
Because look, now you're not sharing these important moments in these arguments and these discussions with your significant other. You bringing them to somebody else, so they already feel a step, like they feel. They might feel special after that. You know what I mean? They might feel exclusive, but now you opening up that door to let them in to your business too. So that shit gets missing.
Hey, so I believe
player says something. This young player
added to your relationship, the more confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I meant by that.
Keep your possible can, you know.
All right, as a rule, I believe if you do have a friend of the opposite sex, they should also be in a committed relationship. You know what I mean? So if you're in a relationship, they should be in a committed relationship. So there's no like blurred lines. You know what I mean? There's no odd man out.
Yeah, I can see that
probably.
But
yeah,
you know, that's still 100%.
It's whatever.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on this shit because I feel like
it was a good topic though. It was a good topic.
Speaking on relationships. Yeah, relationships, legal relationships, and some a toxic ass relationship. Recent movie came out, Malcom Marie, starring Zendaya, starring John David Washington.
That's right.
Yeah, it's time for flight room reviews once again.
This movie made me in a toxic relationship. I'm like, yo, I just want to talk some shit. Nah,
you picked up some lines.
You said it made you
It was a
toxic
couple in there.
relationship.
Yeah.
But
You picked up some lines.
That nasty ass macaroni and cheese.
Hell yeah, that fucking Kraft
That shit
blue
was
box shit.
crazy.
Yeah.
I was waiting for
Everybody
that.
saw it.
He
Yeah.
crushing it at the
Everybody
beginning, though. He was
I still
crushing that
haven't
shit.
seen the joint yet.
What you say, Marcus?
Everybody saw
Y'all
it.
go ahead.
Yeah, I seen it.
Everybody saw it, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
I saw it too. All right, so we all saw it. All right, good.
But
I'm sorry. So somebody give me y'all just overall, like, just like how, what did it make you think? How did you feel? Like, what can you compare it to? Like, just
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you think the
All right.
overall movie is?
All right, like I said, it's a super toxic ass movie.
Yeah.
However, the cinematography was beautiful. It reminded me of a fucking like Chanel fragrance commercial. Every shot was beautiful.
Yeah.
Every pan, every close up, every and the dialogue was executed perfectly. Some of John David Washington's like dialogue was like long ass monologues, and it was executed perfectly. And
he was losing his breath on that shit.
It never seemed like he was reading. It never seemed like he was like reaching. It felt natural.
Yeah.
The director Sam Levinson did Euphoria, and I remember I told y'all about the Zendaya and that like that special episode after Euphoria where he was sitting down with her 12-step sponsor.
Yeah, the bar.
Yeah, that's some of the best dialogue I've seen on film.
And I thought that was crazy how like even his movie was
It was kind of weird because
because
like that. I didn't know seen her since she was like a little girl, so just seeing her smoking cigarettes.
But Zendaya, her character was very similar to her character in Euphoria.
Yeah, I thought it was almost weird. I was like, "Damn, is this kind of
her?" Yeah,
it was wild.
It's Rue. Yeah, she basically played Rue. Yeah, so yeah. I think it was pretty good for them having like a low budget. It was filmed in COVID. It was only like a 20-person like film crew and shit like that.
Yeah,
it was very entertaining. Yes, I did learn a lot of like big words in that joint. Expanded my vocabulary. And it was perfectly executed for what it was. So and the thing is, like, it was getting killed in like critic reviews. It was getting killed, but people love fucking The Marriage Story, and that shit got all type of Oscar nominations and shit like that. So what's the difference? You got a white cast versus a black cast.
That's what it is. And then like you said, it was a toxic movie, but it kind of
it highlighted everything about a relationship.
Yeah, like even like the jealousy of ego, accomplishments.
Yeah,
like little undermining shit. It was a lot of that in there.
Like how you can never bite your tongue.
Days, you know what I'm saying? Like you got nothing, but they feel like they shitted on. Like they shitted on, or you know what I mean? Like even the smallest things. But
the soundtrack was excellent.
Yeah, the soundtrack was good.
I thought that was good.
And then this my last thing I'm gonna say about it. At the end where he still couldn't thank her. That was like, I mean,
that
was it.
That's what I meant about
so it was good. It was a good movie.
I would give it out of 10. I would give it. I would give it 7. 7 Remy glasses. 7 Remy glasses out of 10.
About 7.5. Watch it during the day. You watch it at night, you're gonna fall asleep because it's black and white.
Exactly. That's why I haven't watched it because I thought it was gonna be fucking boring. It looked like it was something that was shot like in one room or one setting or whatever. Like,
it was like the house.
It was
one Airbnb, a luscious Airbnb
out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
modern Airbnb.
Right. Yeah. In the hills.
But it was straight though. They must have cut the roof off of that bitch or something, and like had like how like on the set only like one half of the house built or something. Like the way the camera was moving and like swinging and shifting.
Yeah.
I thought I thought it was actually pretty good. I actually watched it today. So I thought that the director did a good job. Not only just with the cinematography, but overall just kind of like the message you can kind of see in the background, like kind of saying like how unstable we actually really are. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how like we know so much about a lot of, you know what I'm saying? We know so much about other people, but we don't know shit about ourselves. Because they're back and forth for like one character was you know what I'm saying, was bringing to light what the other character didn't know about himself. Like, but damn, I ain't even know I was acting like that or I was being like
Oh
that.
yeah, she hit him some truth
Yeah,
too.
you know what I'm saying? They was going back and forth and like their arguments and shit like that. And it also got to show like how like low, like when we do get emotional, how low we're willing to go when we do get into arguments. As you know what I'm saying, like
The
we're
low
willing to
blow.
go to low blows, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and and that's how angry I am at you. I would say something that disrespectful or that harm, you know what I'm saying, knowing that good and well I don't actually mean it. But guess what? That was foreshadowed, you know what I'm saying? That happens in relationships. You get into arguments, but you learn and you
Yeah.
grow. Just like you know what I'm saying, just like at the end of the movie, I love the way that they ended it. Spoiler alert. Was you know what I'm saying? It was a new day. Everything that happened, it was that night. And
It
shit
wasn't.
normally happens at night. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like they
I don't
had
know how they drove there. It
And
was lit.
like, yeah, that motherfucker was drunk. So
He
you
was
know,
lit.
like, yeah,
right.
they were drunk, smoking, all that other stuff. So you know,
Yeah.
like that is when everything comes out. Shit gets extra aggressive. Like, you
Yeah.
cohabitating with somebody,
Yeah,
and
making it sound
spending
interesting.
time with somebody, you give them that open window to yourself that everybody else don't see either. So I see
Yeah.
why like they were taking shit so personal and stuff. But it's like, yo, it's just like I said,
Yeah.
nobody knows that shit about me, but you bring it into like in a
Right.
negative way too. Like,
Yeah, and my last thing I'm gonna say is so I think that to sum it all up, I think the director did a really good job of just something that everyone like drives off of, and that's just like it's our it is our unwavering want to be recognized.
All right. Yeah.
All she wanted was recognition, and all he wanted was recognition. And I felt as though
Mm.
that was like a driving point of the whole movie.
Bars.
Because but from the very point she when they opened the movie, even in this scene right here, she's angry.
yeah,
He just got through with the biggest
Night of his
whatever,
life. Biggest
you know
night
what
of
I'm
his
saying. He just got an award, you know what I'm saying? He just released this movie. He's on the biggest night of his life, and she's angry. Why? Because she didn't feel as though she got the recognition that she
yeah.
thought that she should have got.
AB,
Right?
didn't you want to see that movie? The way they were talking about it, didn't you want to see the movie?
Yeah.
They was
I was like, damn. But yeah, that's what I thought. It was pretty good though.
So, was
When-
it like a playwright or what?
Yeah, it seemed very much like a
That's what I felt like it was gonna be. I just watching the preview and everything. I felt like it's gonna be a playwright, and
yeah.
not just a playwright. It's a acting debut for Washington or whatever. Just to
Not a debut because he's in movie.
yeah. Not not a
I
debut,
will
but
go
to
out.
showcase his acting skills or whatever.
I feel like he definitely out acted her in this jump, but they couldn't have done it without her because of her character. Like it was so similar to Rue. But I will go on record and say John David Washington will win an Oscar before his career is up. Like this.
Oh yeah,
is,
you know who his daddy is. You know who his daddy is.
But I think he might. Yeah, I think it might be early. Like
I swear it was points in that joint where I swear it was Denzel talking. I was like, oh,
I was like, nigga,
that
like,
sounds just like that. That sounds like his dad right there.
Yeah, but he was like, he was killing that shit. He was killing that shit. It was like he was conscious of like I'm about to kill her in this movie. Like, yeah.
That's what I wanted to hear, though. That's what I wanted to hear because I didn't want to watch it because I thought it was like it's gonna be like a playwright and like boring, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? But
I gotta get the right movie. He's gonna win one.
Yeah, but you know, I like action, horror, whatever the fuck. But I felt like it was something that they wanted to highlight his acting skills or whatever, all that, whatever. So if this joint is as good as y'all saying it is, then
it's good.
We should see him in a lot more movies.
We will.
See him in a lot more movies.
Yeah, this nigga was in a Christopher Nolan movie. A black
Yeah.
man. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What you thought about Lighthouse?
Yeah, the thing I picked up on the most was how they kept triggering each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the conversation, like they would have their little mini argument, then it would seem like they would piece shit up. You know what I'm saying? And then notice that like it seemed like every time John left the room, she would like tear up or like something would trigger her. And I remember she kept saying shit like the whole time about like, oh, you're gonna leave and this, that, and third. So I kind of picked up like, oh, she must have like some sort of attachment anxiety. You know what I'm saying? She probably like she was showing signs of like a fear of him leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I remember it was one scene where she was like, "Oh, you don't know how to." I don't even want to say nothing because once I say it, you don't know how to like make something die down. You always put fuel on the fire. And then every fucking time she says something, the nigga would fucking just keep going and going and going and going. So I just felt like it was kind of funny how they both like knew certain traits about each other, and then the shit would play out. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell each one didn't even like realize what they was doing. It was like they was kind of being triggered, which is some real life shit. Like shit will be calm, and then one partner say something, and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Full blown fucking argument. You know what I'm saying? That should be happening in real life. So yeah. And then they said the joint was like, I remember when I read the preview, it said something like a real love story. And then I'm like, okay. So I'm watching this shit. And then the only thing that made me say, like, oh, real love story, I guess, is because they woke up the next fucking day and they was all good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people go through that type of shit every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will say the worst shit about each other, then wake up the next morning and fucking like shit never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is real. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Only reason I don't have that type of relationship though, but I get it. I'll watch it. I figure out what's going on.
It happens in relationships.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure it happens.
Like,
yeah, I know it happens. I see this shit.
Al, any further more thoughts? Malcom Marie?
Yeah, I think one of my takeaways was, and I think y'all talked on it too, but I was actually watching something earlier this week, and it was talking about how relationships, a lot of the times when you're actually in the midst of the debate, in the midst of an argument, sometimes you're like actually attempting to hold back because you don't want to hurt your partner.
Yeah.
And in this one, in this setting, in this movie, it was, you know what I'm saying, whereas though, and the reason they say that, I mean, and so in this movie, of course, they didn't hold back at all. They said everything that was on their chest, everything that was on their heart, everything that was thought about at that moment. And maybe it was a lingering thought or a lingering concern that they had. They let it go. And then what I was actually watching this week, what I was talking about was, it was talking about how it's at times it's best to get it all out, because once you get it all out, it allows you to heal. It allows you to it allows you to heal, and it allows you to actually move forward from what you were holding, what you were releasing, and what you were keeping back from yourself and from your partner. So it allows you to actually move forward once you get it all out in the air. So I think that was one of the biggest things. And then also, I think the other thing was, man, them niggas was up. I don't care what
all night. Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah.
I kept saying, just go to fuck to sleep.
That was
Right.
Yeah, bro. It comes to a point where you just like, damn, girl, you got it. I don't even fucking care. It's 5. Like, I don't give a shit no more about this.
Right, it's done.
I got tired of them niggas arguing that. I was tired of them niggas. Like, I was like, y'all need to go.
I was saying, like, damn, aren't y'all tired of arguing? Fuck. Just give it up, dog. Just say thank you, my nigga. Just say
because they was arguing, and they was arguing.
He still couldn't say it. He still couldn't say it.
He was still drinking. They was arguing. He was still drinking. And he was stopped. Go back to
every time.
Is it a classic or not? Is it a classic or not?
Every time she said like some shit that had like shut him up, he would like shut up, go grab the bottle, take a sip, like sit for a second, and then come right back at her.
No,
hey, tell me you ain't think she was about to kill that nigga when she pulled the knife out? When did you think she was?
Oh yeah, she did. She did kill that.
I thought
she did kill that shit.
Yeah, so I didn't think she was actually going to kill him. I thought, and I actually was hip for a second because me and Jennifer was talking about it. She was like, nah, she's acting. She's showing his ass exactly what he missed out on. And I was like, yes.
All the females probably know that shit too. She's like, nah,
facts. All the females and their male best friends.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. All right, so let's stay on the movie topic.
Would they do a part 2?
Yeah,
nah,
I don't think. Well, maybe
I don't think so. They probably don't need to.
Maybe not
the
part
morning
2.
after.
I think they would do like another movie, but I don't think they do a part 2 to this joint. I think there's just some COVID shit, get out of the way. They was bored, write some shit up. But Al, now that you asked that, how many sequels in movie history are better than the original? How many sequels are better than the original? It's not many. It's a lot of fucking drop
probably
off.
about 3 or 4, man.
Yeah, like solid jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about like shit. You be like, oh, that was a classic. I gave you like 3, like for real, like it's maybe 4 or 5. I know like 2.
What's 2?
The first one, and I'm sure everybody might have this on their list. Dark Knight.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Dark Knight.
Knight. That's probably
Gotta have that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's by far like one of the top sequels that's better than the first, just because of
everything. Yeah.
But I think when movies or directors like sign on to begin with to do like a 3-part series or a 2-part series, you kind of make the first movie a lead up to the second one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, like when they filmed it, it was like 3 years apart from the first one too.
Yeah.
And then even after that, the next one after that was still 3 years.
It was very difficult to follow up.
But you know what's crazy though? The first one was still good as shit.
It was. Yeah.
It was.
And that says something. That says everything about the Dark Knight.
With the Ra's al Ghul element.
That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm. What's your second one?
The Terminator 2.
This is I think this is number 1. This is number 1 sequel. Like
I will agree with that. Number 1.
That's easy.
The story.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, the story, the
number 1.
The characters, the cast, just the time of it. It was a huge blockbuster back then.
And for most niggas, that was the first one they saw.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. I heard they said the Terminator was originally supposed to be a black dude, and then they changed it because they said they don't know if people would have been comfortable watching like this big.
Who's gonna be
black man chasing white people around?
I got one.
Who's gonna be?
I got one. Mad Max.
I don't even know. I just read some. I just read some shit. I like random shit I came from.
All right, but Corey, I got beef with this Mad Max thing. So like,
what, the new joint? The new joint is tough as shit.
But that's not a part 2. That's a remake. That's not a part 2.
That's a remake of the first.
Are you talking about the original?
So is the remake not better than the original joint?
No, I'm not talking about remakes. It's not about remakes.
It's not part 2.
All right. It's not a sequel. Okay.
Yeah,
but that was a good movie.
Okay.
Even Mad Max 2 was a good movie. The original Mad Max 2.
I got one for you.
Who you got?
Okay.
Got one for you. One of my favorite movies. Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh shit.
Hey, don't sleep, yo. Don't sleep. I'm trying to tell you. Like Kung Fu Panda is like one of my this is like actually one of my favorite series, yo. And it also brings me back to when kind of like when y'all was talking about doing like your Soul reviews of the movie Soul. This joint got a lot of tons of hidden gems.
It do.
It's like, yo, and I don't know, I just fuck with that movie so hard because I can watch it over and over and over fucking again. It's just, I don't know, it's not only is it entertaining, but it's also enlightening at the same time. And my second one was Logan.
Oh, wow.
That's not a part 2 though.
It's not a part 2?
Nah.
But, I mean, they had Wolverine, right?
Yeah, but it's not a part 2.
It's
not a part 2.
Alright.
Yes,
Logan was cold though.
It has to come directly after the first one. That's part 2.
But that Logan.
Logan is one of my favorite movies. It's probably top 10 for me. Yeah,
that's probably one of the best Marvel ones too. Like,
it is the best Marvel. To me, it's the best Marvel show.
Yeah, seriously. That shit is.
What's the joint? What's the joint? Harrison Ford did. It was like a futuristic joint.
You talking about Blade Runner?
Yeah, the Blade Runner. The second joint was dope.
See, normally I would say this is a remake, but it's not a remake because Harrison Ford was in the
2049 one.
Yeah.
This makes it a part 2, and I would agree with you, Corey. This is one of the best part 2s.
That shit was dope.
Gosling was amazing. Jared Leto
was good.
I think this was his best role. This Jared Leto show. This was amazing, amazing movie.
Like I love like the lighting and the cinematics and
everything about this
shit. That shit was tight.
I love how he was able to pull up the Blade Runner 2045 real quick though. I like that. I like that. Yes, sir.
Because it was on my list. Also on my list. Okay. Also on my list is Godfather Part 2.
Yeah.
Even though Godfather 1 had Sonny, had Marlon Brando and everybody, and if it's part 1 was like an alley oop to the part 2. That's why that's what makes a good part 2. When the 1 is an alley oop to the part 2, and the 2 just fucking slam that shit in the middle of the paint. Yeah, that's shit. And it had De Niro as Vito Corleone in the beginning, and then they had Michael fully taking over the family and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
The mob movies, boy. That was a long ass movie too. I think
Hey, that
shit was
Umbach
3
2
hours.
was vicious too, though.
Umbach
Oh,
2.
That Umbach
okay.
joint was crazy.
Yeah, I don't have that ready, but yeah, that's a good jump.
Umbach was good.
It's like that.
What you got, Al? What you got, Al?
Protector.
Well, I mean, I said The Dark Knight, but my other jumps probably a little less heralded. But I'm gonna go with Now You See Me Too.
Okay.
Now You See Me Too. That's that joint was sweet, man.
Okay.
I remember that magic shit.
The Magicians.
Illusionist.
Yeah, illusionists and magicians and killing shit and taking money from the bank. Where they take the money from the bank in Vegas.
Actually, some good acting in that.
I got another good one too.
And then my other jump, my other little, well, I guess it's a series, but the Born series.
Okay, but
Yeah,
Those were good though.
Okay.
But part 2 would be Born Supremacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them were good. Born Identity, Born Supremacy, and Born
Born Ultimatum. Yeah, those 5 of them though.
Yeah, then the one with what's his name, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
And then they came back to Jason Bourne. I saw they were making a series about that, or they did make a series on that.
Yeah, it was like Fox.
Some boy they watered it down. They killed it.
Yeah.
But another good sequel, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Secret of the Ooze.
Oh shit!
Hey,
that was mine.
Hey, they weren't ready for that one.
Hey, you took me back
I ain't
now.
gonna fuck with you on that, John.
Damn.
They weren't ready for
That was
that
my
one.
jump.
Damn, boy. You about to
my
make me
jump.
cry, nigga.
That was my jump.
Nah, that shit was hard.
That was my jump.
Even though they had to switch April out, like they switched Aunt Viv out, but
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure did. They did that in Batman though too. Remember they got rid of Gyllenhaal and put fucking Holmes in.
No, they got rid of Katie Holmes and put Jill.
Oh yeah, I said that wrong. Yep.
it's clear that those were just 4 black niggas.
What?
So I said the Ninja Turtles was just some black dudes. Just black dudes.
Hey, if you look on YouTube,
Black Panthers,
and you watch Nigga Turtles, it's the funniest show on YouTube. Nigga Turtles. The funniest you ever like.
Watch that shit high, dog. You will die.
The funniest shit you ever watch. The funniest shit you ever watch in your life. In your life.
Because the dialogue makes sense. Like they still telling the same story. They just say it in a nigga way. That's what makes it so funny. Like,
You know how many times, like in a week, I would say these hoes ain't nothing but cheese on the board. That's my favorite line on that show. These hoes ain't nothing but cheese on the board.
But yeah, that was actually my choice too for my best sequel. That was my choice. So pretty much stole my thunder. But I will say, Dark Knight, I probably would put number 1. And I'm not really a movie buff, but when y'all was talking about them joints and whoever was saying Dark Knight, I was like, why did I not think of that shit?
Yeah.
But I would probably put Dark Knight number 1. But just the first thing that came to my head was Secret of the Ooze. I just liked it. It had the hip hop element to it. It had Keno, the little Asian dude that was whipping everybody ass.
Yeah.
I don't know. That shit was just fire.
Yeah.
And they had the ninja rap song.
Even the makeup back then. That shit was crazy.
And then the
they had what's it called?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
What was the 2 little mutant characters? The Bebop and what was it? What's their name? Bebop,
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. They was on that joint. Yeah, that shit was
and
fire.
Shredder was in that shit.
What about the second Jurassic Park? Jurassic Park 2 was
yeah. Jurassic Park 2.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Good.
Jurassic Park 2. I don't know, young. The first one might have been the best one though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the first one is that's timeless. Yeah.
How you feel about
was the first Friday the best Friday?
Yes.
Yeah.
No question.
Whenever people talk about like Friday is the first thing to come to mind, and nothing is better than that first one. So I couldn't even put this in that category.
Nope.
Yeah.
What about
What about the Back to the Future? Did y'all fuck with the Back to the Future?
Yeah. I feel like 2 was probably better than the first one. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's when they had them damn Nikes.
Hey, it's fresh as shit. Them joints was clean in the motherfucker on that skateboard. Or hoverboard, my bad.
Hoverboard, yep. DeLorean. Sure.
All right, speaking about Nikes and
Nikes.
futuristic.
Oh
shit.
yeah, thicker than the Snicker too.
What?
Hey, thick.
Like
Oh, speak about Nikes
and joking.
I was thinking like, wait,
Nikes. I'm talking about Nikes. What? And all of us is like DMV located except P. I won't make a reference to foams and shit. But what are some best things about the DMV? And we're gonna get up out of here real quick. Lightning round.
Hey, chicken and mambo sauce. I need it. I need it. I don't want it. I need it. My body, my cholesterol count, my caloric intake needs.
Mumbo sauce on the side or mumbo sauce on the wings?
You can put mumbo sauce on the wings and the fries.
Yeah, for real, both of them.
You don't like it with the rice?
I don't like mine on the side.
Yes, sir. On the fries too.
Yeah. Put it on the fry. Yeah. Put it on there.
Shit on everything.
But y'all, do y'all prefer the fries or the rice?
I like
fries.
It got to be the right fries.
If I'm getting wings, yeah. If I'm getting a wing.
Yeah, you gotta hurry up and open up the box though, because you don't want the condensation to make the fries soggy.
Yeah, soggy.
Open that joint, let that shit air.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil, what was it like your first time you had mumbo sauce? Being since you're not from out here, like what was your experience of what did you think? Like what was your story? First time you had mumbo sauce?
When did I have that first? I know I went to like a mom and pop shop. See, this is crazy. Normally, Reds will take me everywhere for like all the food. He introduced me to all the food, pretty much DMV. The brasa, love that shit. Still Peruvian chicken.
Puerto Rico.
Yep, yellow and the green sauce, baby. Yeah, he took me like fish spot. I know Ben's.
I took him to Horse and Dickies. Yeah,
you told me all them spots. I can't remember the first time I had the mambo sauce though, but I remember like I didn't know what that shit was. I was like, it was a red, sweet, tangy sauce. Nobody told me what that shit was, but I had it on everything, man. I was killing that shit. But now that's just a thing of the culture down there. I love that. I was gonna say crabs too. Crabs was like first time I really like had crabs was like Al shit. Like all them bushels he would always get all the time.
Dude, them crabs.
Yeah, the crabs, bro.
I got crabs.
King.
Crabs out here.
Crabs on deck. Nah, but that's like one of the that's one of the experiences that stand out for me too, especially like DMV when I first got. I was like, yo, them crab summers and shit. Oh, they was the best, bro. The best.
Yeah. Best things about the DMV.
For me, all 4 seasons. All 4 seasons. We definitely get all 4 seasons. I think our fashion is top tier.
True.
Even though we do have, you know what I'm saying, some
top tier. Bamas.
Yeah.
Bama of the week, Donnie.
Top tier. Hey, me and Marcus was we said New Balance finally like showed their cars, and they said, "Yeah, we the ones that started this shit."
Yeah,
out the out the horse's mouth. We did the shit.
Right there.
Damn, that's
and foams.
That's facts right there.
And foams.
Definitely the foam posit. Foam posit came in New Balance. 992s, bro. When I used to work at Foot Locker, that's all niggas wanted.
You can't mention those without the Nike boots, though.
Yeah, but like
Nike boots too. You're right.
Do you know like Nike like sends out more inventory to this area for foams and Nike boots? So that the numbers are right there. So
I know what time it is.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that bullshit no more. I don't want to hear about the shit in New York. I want to hear about the shit in Baltimore, Philly, none of that shit. We
exactly.
do shit.
I know. Some people might argue that Nike boots.
But it's
wearing that shit in New York before.
It's literally in the numbers. It's literally in the numbers. They send more to this area than any other area, and we're such a small radius city. They send more shit over here than any other area.
Hey, also for the record, New York tried to take credit for New York tried to take credit for the boom in Air Forces even after Nelly and St. Lunatics did.
But
probably.
they can definitely have that shit. We don't want that shit.
You had them there once. Shit.
Oh man.
Remember, hey, fashion icon Kanye West said out his mouth that he got his swag from this city when he used to live here because his father was from the DC area and he used to come here every summer. And he said he had a friend that used to call him Obama and tell him how to dress. You know what I'm saying? He said he literally got his swag from out here. Kanye said that shit.
Watch our overtime. Watch our overtime. I think it's 27. And yeah, we play a clip from that. Overtime 27. Yeah.
Jeez, Randall, you just know
Yeah. Right.
I was
hey,
guessing.
Rand, wasn't that something I said? Just the overall swag?
The swag, yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
The overall swag. Overall, just the when you walk.
We a melting pot. We a melting pot of everything.
Yeah. Hey, but
you're right.
Even speaking on that melting pot shit, I think the ability, I don't know, our different restaurants. I mean, the variety of restaurants and shit like that, because you have all types of
town,
all types of cuisine and everything like that. I think that's top tier.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that's underrated that is the Beltway. You know what I'm saying? I think the Beltway just alone is like it's all a big ass circle, so you can literally get any place in like as long as 45 minutes. You can literally get anywhere out here. Absolute longest drive possible is 40. Like you can get from fucking Gaithersburg to Oxon Hill 45 minutes. You go from fucking I don't know, fucking Tacoma Park to anyway, it's all the same.
Even like going out to Baltimore is only like 45.
Hell yeah.
That's not DMV though.
Yeah, I know.
Like, where you at?
Anywhere inside this map right here that you see right here, this is the DMV.
The Beltway.
I actually got a meme.
That red line, though.
Yeah, shout out to the red
line, blue line, yellow line. I was on all them shit.
That red line.
Yeah, even as you think about it, we don't even have like of course we have some like rush hour traffic and traffic, but like for us to be like a quote unquote major market, but not have the actual the traffic that LA has and the traffic that some of these other major cities has, that's probably a benefit.
Yeah,
and if you think about that, the job market too. I mean, like the ability to go to fucking work and use that metro.
Right.
And fucking get to work, get to and from work downtown DC.
And that's what's so crazy. That's why I used to love about that shit too.
Hey, I agree with that, Alex. That's a very good point because a lot of different places in the country, niggas be having to travel like shit to go to work. Like, nigga, if you live in this DC area, you pretty much have accessibility to a job. If you can find one, you'll get there.
You don't even need a whip.
But at the same time, a motherfucker from motherfucker from Bowie will tell a motherfucker from Rockville, nigga, you driving this far? Like,
exactly.
They would act like that shit is so far, but it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like 10
yeah. That's the thing. Everybody and like we be thinking shit be so far, nigga, but it really don't. Like we be thinking like.
Except if you live in Waldorf, then
I was about to say that. Dog. I was about to say that. Except if you live in Waldorf, you catch a flight.
Manassas ain't fly.
Waldorf
I like Manassas vibe.
It is,
boy.
Yeah.
Manassas still 45-minute drive though. That shit just still 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because 66, bro.
Hey, but I would be remiss if I didn't say anything about Go-Go though.
Yeah, the Go-Go.
Gotta have a Go-Go.
Yeah,
Hey, music is still a huge part of DC. The DMV in general.
How many cities got their own music?
In the country where you can go where niggas have their own like literal like style of dress and own music. Like it's a literal culture. It's a music genre that you won't hear nowhere else. And then like the streetwear shit kind of died down, but we had literally like fashion labels and shit that only niggas wore in the DC area. And that shit was popular. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you was if you had that
was the first time I bought
a some shit like that. Like nigga, you was killing shit. So same thing.
First time I bought a North Face was in DC. Remember you told me to do that shit too, Red?
And
to go buy that?
We had the same.
And Helly.
Yeah. The Helly had that shit.
Yeah.
Had a fucking snowsuit.
Oh, Beato and
all days.
Yep, all days, shooters, madness.
Hey, I will say this, just because we talking about it, the museum is The museum is popping right now too.
They are. Hey, but when I show you this pic, museum. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel when you pull up and actually used to be cranking some junkyard?
We're down the street from Howard.
Right behind Howard.
Right there.
Howard, right. This little corner right here, Florida 7th, is like a historic little spot right there.
Yeah, that's a hub right there.
That's the CVS right across the street, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Directly across the street. That's what niggas did up free playing go-go on them buckets outside.
Yeah. And I'm turning that shit down because I'm trying to hear the shit in my car, nigga. Turn that shit down.
Hey, that's another thing though. Like even as you talk about that 7th and 7th and Georgia Avenue, you just go up the street a little bit more, and you got Howard Homecoming.
Oh,
you got not only Howard Homecoming, but you got Howard too. But you got Howard Homecoming as well.
Matter of fact, hey, that's another thing about DMV. I never experienced the first time we went, you posted up at that fucking McDonald's for like 6 hours. Y'all remember that shit?
Nigga, that's like a fuck
yeah. That was so live though. I was like, yo, we was in one spot but seeing everything though. Right by
that's an all day event.
Nigga, that Howard McDonald's. Wow, McDonald's, bro. Like that McDonald's be attracting all kinds of crowds and all kinds of niggas. different.
Hey, but Phil,
Coachella,
like that McDonald's.
Coachella's up there. Hey, Phil, that Howard Homecoming, that Howard that McDonald's right there. I feel like that Howard. Yeah, I feel like that's a rite of passage to be either a DC resident or a true DC tourist. Like you went to like even as kids, it was like the main thing to go to like the we used to have the what's the damn festival that used to be on Georgia Avenue until they had the
Georgia Avenue Day.
Yeah.
The Caribbean Festival.
Yes, that joint used to be like the live shit. Yeah, so that was like the rites of passage.
Bro, this shit kind of sad because like I don't think that shit's ever gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? Like the world has changed. Like shit will never. It's hard to imagine that many people just that close outside, just
I know, man,
enjoying the breeze. You know what I'm saying?
They was acting.
We'll get back. I think should be back to normal by next year.
This time, I feel like people will appreciate this.
Look at this crowd right here, bro. Imagine shit going back to that.
Corey, what you mean back to normal? What's back to normal?
I'm saying by this time next year, I think should be back to normal. I'm talking about no masks, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some people that'll be like, oh yeah, I need to wear my mask.
You gotta tell your people to get vaccines so we can live free.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is, we used to laugh at this shit. We used to laugh at China and shit, and them niggas been wearing masks for fucking years. Before
because they get a fucking terrible smog and shit. That's
exactly, but they used to wearing masks. Is what I'm saying. It's like
all right,
let's do shit, bro.
All right, Corey, let's carry this to overtime because
we can. Let's do it.
Other shit. This is the Fly Room Podcast. We talked about the best things DMV. We talked about Malcom and Marie. We talked about the best sequels in film. We talked
all the sequels.
We had a tarot reader today. Like we trying to expand. We're trying to, touch different areas of, society. Let us know what you want to promote. Let us know what we're lacking. Let us know where you want to chime into. It's the Fly Room TV. Check out our merch. Like and subscribe.
Let me hit you one time.
Get our link tree. We on Spotify, big baby. Yeah, it is. Follow us on Overtime. We got unconventional topics. We go deep. Fifth quarter is our pause. Fifth quarter, that is our our sports podcast. We talking about some real shit. You're not gonna get no sugar coated like LeBron James don't pay
11-11
for spots. It is 11-11. So yeah, we're gonna bounce out on this. Yeah. Peace.
All right, y'all.
Let's wrap.